The sun dipped low over the Great Divide, casting long amber shadows across the plains. Usually, this was a trio of unlikely companions. Barnaby, a stout badger, Finnegan, a lithe red fox, and Pip, a bright green parakeet. But today, they were led by a fourth, Elias, a man with a weathered face and a pack full of iron kettles that clinked with every step. Elias was a wanderer who spoke the Lot tongue, a mix of whistles and hums that the animals understood. He had rescued Pip from a storm years ago, and the others had simply followed, forming a strange, nomadic family. Today, their path led into the whispering Taiga, a forest so dense that sunlight struggled to touch the ground. As they crossed the tree line, the temperature dropped. The air smelled of damp earth and ancient secrets. "Stay close, my friends," Elias whispered, his hand resting on the hilt of a rusted hunting knife. "The trees here have long memories and short tempers." "I don't like the way that oak is looking at me," Finnegan said with a sharp bark. "It feels like it's judging my soul." Barnaby grunted, his nose twitching. "It's not the trees I'm worried about. It's what's moving between them." The danger struck when they reached a ravine choked with brambles. A low, guttural growl vibrated through the ground. From the shadows emerged a shadow lynx, its fur dark as charcoal and its eyes glowing like fire. Two smaller ones followed close behind. "Behind me," Elias shouted, swinging his heavy pack off his shoulders to use as a shield. What followed was chaos. Elias lit a torch and swung it in wide arcs, keeping the largest lynx at bay. Barnaby charged the second, his thick hide taking a glancing blow from sharp claws. Finnegan darted between the creatures, snapping and dodging to distract them. "Fly, Pip. Get to higher ground," Elias shouted. But the lynxes were quick. One leaped over Elias and landed in the center of the group. The impact sent dust and leaves flying, blinding them. In the confusion, panic took over. They scattered in different directions, disappearing into the dense forest. For an entire day, the forest became a maze of silence and fear. Barnaby wandered into the sunken hollows, where the ground felt soft beneath his feet and the trees twisted into strange shapes. He called out, but his voice was swallowed by the moss. Finnegan climbed a rocky slope and ended up on Mistvale Ridge. The fog was so thick he could barely see. He tried to follow Elias's scent, but the damp air had erased all traces. Pip fluttered helplessly beneath the thick canopy. The wind rattled the branches above, trapping him in a cage of leaves. He hid under a large fern, trembling. Elias searched desperately, walking along dry creek beds and calling their names until his voice grew hoarse. He found bits of fur and faint tracks, but they led in different directions. Sitting beside a cracked stone, he finally stopped, feeling the weight of the wilderness around him. As the second morning arrived, a faint sound echoed through the forest. A whistle, sharp and familiar. It was Elias's call. Barnaby heard it first and pushed forward through the undergrowth. From another direction, Finnegan appeared, tired and limping slightly. They reached a large stone just as Elias stood up. Elias let out a breath of relief and dropped to his knees, pulling them close. "I thought I'd lost you," he said softly. At that moment, a flash of green swooped down from above. Pip landed on Elias's shoulder, chirping happily and pressing his head against his cheek. They sat together as sunlight finally broke through the trees. The forest was still dangerous, and they were far from home, but they were together again. Elias shared his food with them, dried meat for Barnaby and Finnegan, seeds for Pip. Though the forest had separated them, their bond had brought them back. "Well," Elias said, standing and adjusting his pack, "we're not out yet, but at least we're together again." Finnegan wagged his tail playfully. "Just don't lose us again," he barked. Elias smiled, not understanding the words, but understanding the feeling. Together, the man, the badger, the fox, and the bird turned toward the rising sun and began their long journey home.